Every single day, I see people in my comments saying, I'd start Airbnb, but my credit sucks. So today, in this video, we're gonna put the test. We're gonna call landlords. We're gonna see how many landlords it takes to be able to get a landlord to allow us to Airbnb without using any personal credit. Can somebody actually get an Airbnb property with zero credit? And that's what we're gonna test today. I've got one goal today, to get one landlord to say, yes, we can Airbnb the property without using any personal credit. So stay to the end, and then I'm also gonna give you guys the actual script as well so that you can use it towards landlords as well and know exactly what to say to them when you make the phone calls. The big key here is some landlords don't know anything about corporate rentals. So in essence, what you're dealing with is somebody who doesn't know. And when they don't know, their initial response, knee-jerk response is when you call them, they're gonna say, well, we're just used to, doing a regular renter or traditional renter, because they don't know. And when somebody doesn't know something, they're gonna tend to go with the negative side of things, thinking, oh, they're gonna Airbnb, they're gonna have parties. They don't want, and listen, when you're calling landlords, you don't want people thinking that you're gonna Airbnb their property and have issues. That's why we teach corporate rental versus Airbnb. Now, do we still put the property on Airbnb? Yes. But can you bring in travel professionals through Airbnb only? You absolutely can. We're gonna put it on 4 platforms: Airbnb, vrbo, vrbo, booking.com, Furnish Finder. And you can see these 4s right here. This is called omnipresent. What that means is we want to be across multiple platforms at one time, so that way when people are going to these platforms, they're seeing your property. But if I called you and I said, hi, I want to Airbnb your house, right? What is the first thing you think? Big party, people drinking, there's gonna be drugs, there's gonna be neighbors complaining, it's gonna be loud outside, and nobody wants that in their neighborhood. So what I transitioned to many years ago is, how do I use the same platforms, but leverage a different clientele? AKA travel nurses, doctors, patients, engineers, military. These people that are coming into the property are generally there to work, not vacation. There's a vacation rental and a corporate rental. Try to lean towards the side of corporate rentals, and you can get more per night. See, a vacationer is gonna nickel and dime you. Can I get a discount? Can I get a deal? Can I get $100 off a night, etc. Corporate rentals, guess who's paying? The hospitals, the military, the doctors. They're paying for the person to come in. For example, we have a lot of properties where travel nurses come in. The hospital pays the stay. And what happens is the person, the guest that comes in and stays in the property pays it, and the hospital reimburses it, right? So what you want are people coming into work. Why? Because guess what? A travel nurse that comes into a property, for example, the hospital's paying for her or him to stay in the property. They're not gonna ruin the property, because guess what? It's gonna ruin their reputation at the hospital for them, right? So you wanna make sure, very, very key points here to bring in the right people. Number 1 is you wanna keep it at a 90-day max stay. Okay, so when you're putting your Airbnb account, 90-day max stay, that's a big one. Number 2, your title and description are very important. The title, as you can see right here, right? 5-star, I would do something like this. 5-star, sleep 7, travel nurse friendly, minutes to XYZ hospital. What am I gonna draw in by putting that title? I'm gonna draw in travel nurse or professionals. Okay? Also, for SEO purposes, is a very, very, very key point here. What you wanna do in your description of your Airbnb is you wanna take the title and you wanna put it in the description all the way at the top. So it's the first thing, you just copy the title, put it in the description, and then you're gonna put 5 free things. Free coffee, free tea, free Netflix, free parking, free bottle of wine, free snacks, something like that. Okay, so that way when somebody sees your Airbnb account, they see all these free things right there in the description first before they even click into it. Psychologically, it's free is the best, right? And then we have, for SEO purposes, your title in the top of the description box, because that's gonna basically pull more of those people into the properties as well when people are searching on Airbnb. You guys see what I'm talking about here? The key here is to get travel professionals into the property and not people party. Now, I wanna be very clear here, because I think a lot of people have asked this question before, and I wanna make sure I clear it up once and for all. If a husband and wife came in because their son is in college and they wanted to stay in this 1 or 2 bedroom property that we have, am I gonna turn them away because they're not in there for work? Absolutely not, because money's money. Now, generally, we're targeting travel professionals. But if somebody slips through and it's a husband and wife coming in, I'm not going to turn the booking away. Does that make sense? So you can capitalize on both sides, but if you're drawing it more towards travel professionals, the place will be in better condition, the homeowners will be happy, the neighbors will not be complete. They're not going to complain and have the place shut down because they're going to go to the city. You also need to know where to go. See, we're in Jacksonville, Florida, and we're not required to have a permit here. There's a lot of cities that require a permit, right? Nashville, for example, right? You can go into Miami, you're fine. You can go into Fort Lauderdale, you're fine. But when you're dealing with a permit, the city knows about the property being on Airbnb, and so if you have complaints, they're going to go to the city. So you want to keep away from that. But let's get into it. Let's call a few landlords and let's settle this once and for all if we actually need credit or if we can get a property on this live without any credit whatsoever. Let's get into it. All right. Well, let's try another listing here. Let's go into Zillow. So that's what we're going to do, guys. We're just going to go into Zillow until we get a yes, as many times as we need. Sometimes this is a numbers game, and you got to do a little bit more than just one. So we'll go through a couple. This is a house for rent. It's 2,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's in a great area. They're asking 2-3, so it's 11441. So we're just going to go into Zillow. We're going to scroll down. We're going to look for the homeowner. And we will call 11441.
Hello, this is Rick.
Hey, Rick, I'm calling about your property at 11441 Artwood Way in Jacksonville.
Hey, yeah.
Is it still available?
It is.
Okay, yeah. Rick, yeah, thanks for picking up, man. I appreciate it. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We're a corporate leasing company, so we welcome in travel professionals into the property. I've been in Jacksonville for 38 years. Basically, what we do is we house traveling professionals, like the nurses, doctors, and patients from the local Mayo Clinic property that you have up the street. And was curious if you'd be open to it. Again, we've got a lot of references. We've been doing it for a long time. And we keep the property in for sale condition throughout the lease. We have no smokers, no pets, generally no little children, and basically just looking for a great place. You have an amazing property. I love how you furnished it, by the way. Great job on the property.
Great, Mike. So how long have you been in business?
We've been in business for about 2 or 3 years now. We have a lot of properties. Again, been in Jacksonville for 38 years. Just looking for a great place that we can house the traveling professionals. I mean, your location is premier because of how close it is to the hospital. And we have travel nurses and doctors and patients that don't want to stay in a hotel. They'd much rather a place where they can feel like it's at home, right? And, obviously, with a hotel, it's a little bit different, right? We've got, let's say a travel nurse comes in. The great thing about what we do is we do keep, Rick, your property in for sale condition the whole lease. So, there's no drugs, there's no drink, and these people are there to work. So it's not like your traditional, like a short term. We'd lease the property for an entire year. And then, but our travel professionals, nurses, doctors, patients, they usually stay for, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes 2 to 3 months.
Okay, and so to get this right, are you going to be the personal guarantee this for your credit?
As far as personal guarantor goes, we would be using our LLC as the personal guarantor for the property. So no personal credit. We wouldn't want to put up the personal. We've been doing this for a couple of years, so our business credit.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think, Mike, at this time we're going to go with just a traditional renter for now. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate the call. I appreciate if anything changes, please reach out to me. I know the property's been sitting for a couple months, and so I understand that it's been sitting, but if anything changes, please let me know.
Will do.
Thanks, Rick. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, sometimes you get property owners that they want a personal guarantor on top of the LLC as well. And for those ones, it doesn't work. We're going to go to the next. All right, so for this one, we will try 3408 Lancaster. Yeah, hi, Steve, please.
Speaking.
Steve, I'm calling about your property. It's the 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You have a 3408 Lancaster.
Yes.
Is that property still available? I know you have it on listing on the Zillow. It's still available. I just want to make sure it's been listed because I see that it's been listed for a couple months.
Yes. I've been having a little difficulty renting it out fully furnished, but yes, it's still available.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Steve, let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We're a corporate housing company. We've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years now. We welcome in travel professionals. I know your property is right there. Beautiful job furnishing the property, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, we own a corporate leasing company, Rooftop Mountains LLC. We've been in business for about 8 years. And basically what we do is we help traveling professionals like nurses, doctors, patients, engineers, military have a beautiful place to stay so they're not stuck in a hotel for a couple months at a time. And, just curious if you'd be opposed to the idea of renting your property. Now, we would rent the property for a year or two, make sure we guarantee rent every single month on time. But, and we would bring in travel professionals and again, keep the property in for sale condition the whole lease.
Wow, that sounds great. What's the catch?
The catch, nothing really. I mean, I know you're looking for $18.95 a month for your property. We would make sure you get paid every single month on time. What we do is we bring it out to travel professionals that pay, like I said, they might stay for a couple days. A lot of times our travel professionals, Steve, they're staying for 2-3 months at a time. So you got to think, these people are coming into work. They just want a great place. They don't want to be in a hotel where a hotel's a 200 square foot box with a baby mini refrigerator. So if we have a travel nurse coming in, for example, and they want to stay for 12 weeks, we give them a beautiful, fully furnished property like yourself, and you did a great job, and they feel like home, away from home, And so, again, been doing this for 8 years. Love to have the opportunity for your property. What are some of your requirements?
Yeah, I just want proof of income, and outside of that, just proof that, that everything's good on your end and we can move forward. Do you have a copy of the lease or something that I can see?
Yeah, we have what they call a lease addendum, which is basically to protect both of us, which just shows that you understand that, I physically won't be in the property, but it'll be under our LLC name and you're fine with that, like using the corporation? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we'll use our corporation for the property. Again, we'll guarantee every single month, regardless if somebody is in the property or not, that the property, you'll be getting rent every single month on time. And again, the property will be in better condition, Steve, than it is right now when we leave. And here, let me tell you why. We actually have a professional cleaning crew that comes in once or twice a week and deep cleans the property. So it will be maintained in for sale condition the whole lease. So yeah, I mean, I know you've been sitting on the property for 6 or 7 months vacant. Love to have the opportunity to come in and treat it like it's our own home.
Yeah, it sounds great. If you can, I'd actually prefer it because I heard you mention 2-year lease. If you can do that, I can even come down a little bit on the rent.
Yeah, we would definitely like a 2-year lease. If we can work a deal on the price, I would be open to a 2-year lease signing with you today on it.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, next steps, we can just get your email address. And if you want to give me your email address real quick, I can send over the lease addendum that you're looking for, and we put together the deal.
Perfect. Sounds good.
So cool. What I'll do is I'll call you back here in a few minutes. Let's get everything set up. We'll get you over the email, the documents, and then we can move forward. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Steve. Bye-bye. That's a yes, my friends. LLC, corporate rental, in place of social security number. Now, let me just tell you something. I called 8 people. 3 people did not answer. 4 people said no. 1 person said yes. Sometimes in life, you got to go through the BS to get to the good. Not every single person is going to say, yes, you can use my property for Airbnb. Now, you noticed I did not say the word Airbnb whatsoever. I said we're a corporate leasing company. Now, here's the key, and this is what we do for our 3,100 students. We have closed the properties for our students based on our credibility, meaning as a student of mine, you have access to my credibility, what I've done. A lot of landlords, they want credibility. They want to see how long the LLC has been in place. That landlord did not ask for personal guarantor. What does that mean? That means they don't want a social security number. They're okay with using the LLC in place of your personal credit. What else did he ask for? Documentation. So we'll send him over to lease addendum, which, just so you know, the lease addendum spells out exactly that the landlord is okay with us taking the property and actually putting it on Airbnb. I didn't say the word Airbnb. I said we're a corporate leasing company. When they sign a document, it says the owner agrees to allow us, the host, to prop the property on short-term rental. They're okay with us putting the property on short-term rental platforms. So we don't have to specifically say the word Airbnb. When they sign a document, it'll give us explicit access to put the property on any short-term rental platform like Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com, etc. And if you guys want the exact framework and the script that we use to close hundreds of properties, if you look in the description or click the link below in the description here, you'll be able to see the PDF and you can download it and use it to get landlords to say yes for yourself as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's roll.